Hi, I'm Natasha Tracy from Breaking Bipolar here at HealthyPlace.com. Today I was giving a talk at a local college, and one of the participants came up afterwards and asked me a question. She said that her friend had been undergoing electroconvulsive therapy, we just call it ECT, and the therapy wasn't working and she wanted to know what she could do to help her friend. And I realized that this is actually a really important question. And I want to say a few things about it. First of all, I think the really important message that anyone who undergoes ECT and doesn't have it work needs to hear is that it is not the end. People will tell you that ECT is a last-ditch treatment, and in a lot of ways it absolutely is for many people. But just because it doesn't work doesn't mean there are no options for you. I underwent ECT about 5 years ago, and I did 9 treatments, and they were not successful. They did not help me at all. And at the time, I was very scared because there seemed to be no options for me for treatment. But I've had a life since then. I've had treatment since then. In fact, I've had very effective treatment since then. And so it's really important to remember that even though it may be not your first treatment of choice and something that you tried after a long time, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's all that there is. There is life after an ECT failure. The second thing I told this particular girl was that her friend needed to get into a support group, because in a support group, you're going to be able to meet people who have been in that situation. Believe me, you are not the only person for whom ECT has not worked. There are others out there, and they're not dead. They're not lying on the couch incapable of moving. These people have gone on and had lives. It sucks when a treatment doesn't work, but any treatment has alternatives, including that one. And finally, I said to her that she needed to advocate for her friend, because the fact of the matter is, a doctor might actually tell you that you have no options. A doctor might actually tell you that you're done. And this is never true. If a doctor tells you that, you need a new doctor. I can tell you that I'm on a cocktail of medications that it took years to find. And there's an unlimited number of cocktails out there, and that means that one of them is right for you. I don't know which one. I can't tell you when you're going to be able to find it, but what I can tell you is that you haven't reached the end because you haven't found that cocktail yet. And if this cocktail of mine were to stop working right now, even though that would break my heart, I would know that there are other options out there for me. And finally, if ECT is not working for you and you're undergoing unilateral ECT, and that is the most common type currently being used, you can consider going to a stronger form of ECT, which is called bilateral ECT. Now, that's a decision that you would need to talk to your doctor about, because bilateral is in a lot of ways stronger than unilateral, and it comes with more side effects for many people. So you certainly can't make that decision on your own. You need medical advice to make that decision. But remember, that is an option for you as well. So the long and short of it is this. If someone you love is going through that treatment and it isn't working, remind them that there are options and there is life after failed ECT. I am Natasha Tracy, and this is Breaking Bipolar.